In this video, we're going to focus on some problems dealing with the single slit diffraction experiment. But let's review some things that was mentioned in the video I created for Young's double slit experiment. So here we have a double slit separated by distance d. And here's the screen. L is the distance between the slits and the screen. Now for a double slit experiment, at the middle you have a large bright fringe, and then the amplitude of the bright fringes decreases progressively. And so m would be 0 here, this m is 1, and m is 2 for the bright fringes accordingly. So that's if we have a double slit experiment. And there's three equations that was mentioned. This one, d sine theta, is equal to m lambda. That's the first one you need to know. A second equation that was derived was this one. Y is equal to L tangent theta. Now a third equation was mentioned in that video, and it's this one. Y sub m times d is equal to L m times lambda. Now you can only use this equation if and only if theta is small. Now as d decreases, theta increases. So if the width of the slit is like very small, you need to be careful, because if the angle is large, then this equation doesn't work. So in this example, d is very, very small, so we're not going to use that equation. But if d was like, let's say 5 millimeters, that's large enough where theta will be very small, and we could simply use that formula. That's theta 1. And here we have theta 2, and so forth. So you know what the angles are. This is y1 with the first bright fringe, and this is y2. Now let's talk about the single slit experiment. So instead of two openings, there's going to be only one opening. And this is going to be the screen. L is still the distance between the screen and the other side. So this is the width of the slit, which is d. And the pattern is going to be different. In the middle, we're still going to have a very bright fringe. And then after that, there's not going to be any significant bright fringes anymore. So at the first dark fringe, that's where m is equal to 1, and here m is equal to 2, and then here m is equal to 3. M is based on the dark fringes, or where destructive interference occurs. So now let's focus on this problem. What is the width of the central maximum in degrees and in meters? So this is the central maximum. So we need to calculate this width right here. So let's focus on the top triangle. This here is y1. y1 is the distance between the center and the first dark fringe. So that's y1. So the width that we're looking for is basically twice the value of y1. So this is the width that we need to calculate. That's going to be in meters. Now we also want the angle of the central maximum. So let's say this is theta 1. So the angle that we want is really this total angle, or 2 theta 1. So that's going to be the angular width, so to speak. So if we can calculate theta 1, we can calculate all of it. So let's focus on finding theta 1, and this is L. So first, let's use this equation. D sine theta is equal to m times lambda. So D is 2 times 10 to the minus 6. M is 1 for the first dark fringe. And lambda is 680 times 10 to the minus 9 meters. So if we take 680 times 10 to the minus 9 and divide it by 2 times 10 to the minus 6, we can see that sine theta is 0.34. So theta is going to be the arc sine of 0.34. And so theta 1 is 19.9 degrees if you round it. So that's a fairly large number. So we can't use that third equation where theta is small. So the angular width, or the width of the central maximum in degrees, is twice this value. Now the exact answer was like 19.877 for those of you who don't want to round it. So the angular width is 39.75 degrees. And so that's the answer to the first part of the problem. Now let's move on to the second part. So we need to calculate y1. So we can use this equation. Y sub m is equal to L tangent theta m. So we're looking for y1. L is 1.4 meters. And we need to use theta 1, which is 19.877 degrees. So y1 is about 0.5062 meters. And so this entire width represents 2y1. So the width is going to be 1.01 meters. And so that's the width of the central maximum. That's the answer to the second part of the problem. Let's work on another problem. Light with a wavelength of 570 nanometers shines on a single slit that is 7.5 meters away from the screen. The width of the central maximum is 3.2 centimeters. How wide is the slit? So let's start with a picture. So we have a single slit. Let's say this is the screen, and so this is L, and this is D. And let's say this is the central maximum. So our goal is to calculate D. Now we have the width of the central maximum. So this right here is 3.2 centimeters. And if we draw a triangle, which I'm going to redraw here, this is y1 and this is L, and this is theta 1. So the width of the central maximum is twice the value of y1. So this is W and this is y1, so you can visually see it. Now let's make a list of what we know. So y1 is half of W. So 3.2 divided by 2, that's 1.6 centimeters. We have L, which is 7.5 meters. We have lambda, that's 570 nanometers. We don't know the angle, and we don't know D. So let's calculate the angle first. So let's use this equation. y1 is equal to L tangent theta 1. So y1 is 1.6 centimeters, which is 0.016 meters. L is 7.5 meters. And so 0.016 divided by 7.5, that's equal to 0.00213, 3 repeating. And so the angle is going to equal arctangent of this value. So the angle is small, it's 0.122 meters. So now that we have the angle, we can calculate D using this formula. D sine theta is equal to m times lambda. So this is going to be sine of that angle, 0.122, and m is 1 because we're dealing with the central maximum only. So here, the first dark fringe will have a value of 1. And lambda, that's 570 times 10 to the negative 9. So it's 570 times 10 to the negative 9 divided by sine of 0.122. And so in this example, D is 2.68 times 10 to the negative 4 meters. So if we divide that by 10 to the minus 3, that's about 0.268 millimeters. Now let's see if we can get the same answer using that other formula, since theta is very small. And so that's this formula. Ym times d is equal to L times m times lambda. You can only use that if theta is small. So L is 7.5. Our goal is to look for d. M is 1, since the central maximum is bounded by the first dark fringe on either side. And we have lambda. That's 570 nanometers. And Ym, or Y1, is half of the width of the central maximum, so that's 1.6 centimeters. So now we could just use this formula and get the answer. So Ym, or Y1, is 0.016 meters times d. L is 7.5, m is 1, and lambda is 570 times 10 to the negative 9. So let's multiply these first. And so on the right side, this is equal to 4.275 times 10 to the negative 6. So then we need to divide both sides by 0.016. And so the width of the slit is 2.67 times 10 to the negative 4 meters. So this answer is more exact. And if we divide that by 10 to the negative 3, this is 0.267 millimeters. And so you get the same answer if you use this equation or the other one. Actually, the other one is probably more exact because this is based on saying that sine theta is approximately theta, and also tangent theta is approximately theta, which is basically true if theta is very, very small.